We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra.
For many generations, Egyptians have been suffering under the cruel fist of Persia. Babylon's grip upon our sacred lands is, however, not as strong as it once was. While our accursed oppressors have been busy meddling in the politics of Greece, a series of revolts in Egypt has finally managed to loosen the hated Persian yoke. Now, however, word has reached Pharaoh that a force commanded by Fleet Admiral Conan, a Greek lackey receiving Persian gold, has been dispatched by Artaxerxes II and is headed for our shores. Pharaoh has wisely determined that a strong naval presence in the Nile is needed to thwart this incursion. As royal governor of Tanis, for the next 10 years, you must build strong ships and train stalwart troops to guard the approaches by water and land. You will need to establish a trade route within Nkomi to import sturdy wood with which to construct a fleet. Copper can also be imported from Nkomi on the island of Cyprus. This trade route is precarious at best, as it runs close to the Levant coast, under control of our foe. Supplying the Pharaoh with needed supplies should help to supplement your income. Be aware that funds are tight in these troubled times. To succeed, you must be savvy in business and trade, as well as a skillful commander.
Okay, so this mission sounds like everything I hate combined at once. Who is... Our patron god is Ra. Okay. Population 2,500. Okay, so we're going to need at least 2, and this probably is the best way to do it, right over here. I really don't understand why they put trees on the map if we're not allowed to have them. That just seems to be a little bizarre to me. We do have stone over here, so what's that good for? Do I even have a way to get it? Where would that even be? That would just be here, right? So I don't think that's useful to me at all. There's hippopotami over there anyhow. So there are fish. We do have fishing. We've got pomegranates only, so we'll have to import for beer, which we may not need. I mean, it's impossible to get out to that island. So really, can we even get? Why even have the bridge? I mean, the bridge serves no purpose. You can't do anything with it. You can't even get over these little tiny. I mean, what the hell? Why even have this in the game if you can't... you literally can't use it in the level, anywhere. Holy crap. Alright, so if we want water crossing to get over here... Really? We have one place we can have a water crossing. Oh my god. So, okay. So we're going to want fish, obviously. I mean, how am I even going to get to... How do I even get to this stuff? Like, why even have all this map? How do you get to this part of the map? Am I just doing this wrong? I have to be doing this wrong. There's got to be something... Because why would you have this? What is the point of all of this map if it does nothing for you? I need access to... Well, I guess I can grow in the meadows out here. That seems very dangerous. I do have some papyrus, so I can do that. I've got clay pits and potters. Okay, so we'll be making papyrus, we'll be making pottery to sell that. Let's have a look here. Nkomi is one. They will be buying beer from me, so I can't do anything for that, but I need them for the wood and the copper for my army. Athens. Far Athens will buy papyrus. It will also just give me straight up weapons, so that might be good. It will also buy excess pomegranates. Menefer. Menefer will buy wood. They'll also buy papyrus. They will buy beer and pottery, so they will be my major export. Then they will give me barley that I can then turn around and make beer to sell back to them, so I like that. So really, maybe we could make it on just fish, and then we can just use pomegranates as an export. It's not going to make much, but I mean, what do we have? We're going to have something that will offset the large amount of war material we're going to need. which means I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to do this, because I'm going to need this shoreline for large warship. Now, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but the guide seems to imply that this will all be or river invasion, rather, meaning that I will not have to have necessarily troops on the ground to repel invaders coming from off screen. So if I have enough warships and can line the sides with a good amount of archers, I might be able to take them down, especially being on the difficulty level we're on. I might be able to take them down before that becomes a major problem. So I think, I mean, I don't have to abide by this street here, this road here, but I think if I want to ensure that I leave some space and a road and that will not be in conflict, I'll just leave a big gap, and then I'll probably need to put a lot of appeal buildings in the back. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2. Have I been able to do 8? Let's make sure that I have... And on top of that, we've also got a 120... here's the thing, though. This is another tick-down thing. So I've got 120 months that I gotta wait this out. But I need to hit these goals in 120 months at the same time. So, fuck. This is seriously like every worst idea they had for this expansion rolled up into one mission. It's ridiculous. This isn't even the end. This isn't even the end of the game. I'm aware. Stop it. We still have one more campaign after this, which I believe focuses more on building. Because I think there are some structures that we will have access to. I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of that road. And I think I'll do a side-by-side thing here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a road. I'll definitely want more of a gap in between there, so we'll do, well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a road here. So, yeah, we will be getting rid of that very unnecessary, because I don't even know what this does. And if I really feel bad about it, I can make it jank in here at that intersection instead. Alright. So, pretty standard housing layout, purely to feed in lots of people, and I will need to remember to perhaps leave some room for these big things. Actually, maybe I should just go ahead and put in some pavilions, because they could actually go there. I mean, they'll either go that way or they'll go that way, and I think that will be a little bit better for me, maybe. Alright. So we'll actually take that out, put not that there, and that's actually good, because then maybe I can have a back road, and then this can extend out to maybe some farms here. So we might actually still be able to make this a little bit more usable than I have in previous layouts. So I'll leave that actually for now. I won't actually fill that in at the moment. And we will of course set this up to do like that. We will take 2 water supplies, set them like so, and the usual firehouse, architect post. I really kind of hate. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that right there. Well, hopefully they won't go running off that way. I suspect they probably will. Okay, so we know that this has to be the water crossing. Freaking ridiculous as that is, it has to be the water crossing. It is apparently the only place that this will actually work. That's so freaking stupid. Okay, so we got that. It needs to be connected via road, and so if we put, say, warship back here, oh man, so it's got to stick out a bit. And yes, this is just going to be a typical setup and do not much else episode, so So I could do a dock there. So it's going to have to come off that end. I want to be able to use these. Okay, well this might not end up working. I don't know. I'm going to have to... I could do warship in there, but if I do fishing, you know, that shortens the road. So I don't know. I might change how this is all laid out a little bit later. We can always fix the road at some other juncture. Okay, now that you're there, I don't actually, because I could have, but this is going to be on its own loop. Man. Initial farms will be in here, of course. I suggest we just do it over here. Keep it all on one side as much as we can without having to worry about what's going on over here. I don't even know if I'll need to come over here. I would just be here for more shoreline, if anything. Perhaps more access to... I mean, there's a lot of farmland over here. There's a lot of farmland over here, but I don't think we'll need it. I think we can just focus right here. I absolutely know nothing about that being true, but I will right now just assume it is the truth. Because that's never going to go wrong, right? Okay, so now that we got that set up, I also... I thought... Windows, you're supposed to be quiet when I'm recording. What else did I need? Write this. Festival Square. Perhaps. It's just so stupid to have these. They're really just no good for anything. They take up space where they're not useful or usable. Should I just put it here, maybe? I mean, what else am I going to do with it? Although this is where I could split things off. I could make a split off. This would be keeping within my... What am I even doing with this thing? Tell you what. If we do a road here... See, do I do it up or do I do it down? If I do it up... If I do it down... Oh, fuck. Because if I can make it line up with this... But then that's going to be... No, it won't be cut off there. So, because I'm going to have to zigzag these probably all the way down. I don't think I can get a very nice... actually, I could. No, because it won't get access to it that way. It's going to have to come in this way. Man, this is going to be all kinds of janky. But getting it that high up means it's just going to be even worse. Although I could L-shape it that way. But I think we'd be better off with an L shape this way. And maybe connects to here? Holy crap, why is this so hard? I don't want to give too much space, but I think this will work. I'm sure I'll hate that and I'll come to regret it, but whatever. For now, this is what we're doing. And so... I don't even know, like, where am I going to put this guy? Where am I going to put the... See, I'm actually better off, maybe... bringing that in. Oh, this is all kinds of screwed up. Okay, I actually need to plan this because otherwise it's going to just drive me nuts. I should... I could get two there, but then I'm looking at missing out on a lot here. Just for that one square, whereas if I maybe do something like that... No, because that lines up in there, and then this goes over to here, so we don't even... Good lord. Why is this... Why are you like this? It could maybe come out that way, but I don't think that's really where I want it to come out. Yeah, so we won't actually do that. And we will come up here. You're not cooperating. We will come up here because we will need to... Probably we can only put fishing here. Yeah. So that at least has to go like that. And then I guess we could do this. If I put warships and such there. I don't know, I'll probably actually do like I did in the last city and do a little divot out. And then we can put a roadblock here. And I suppose actually along this useless edge is where I could put some of my housing. And or... Yeah, because we should still be able to get a fish in here, yes. And we'll do a well. And we will do a firehouse. And an architect post. Hey! It all works out in the end. Okay. So where do I now put, like the palace? I guess I can put some big stuff back up in here. Because I could do the town palace. Which seems a little bit weird to say. It's the town palace. I mean, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I don't necessarily need to be collecting any money because that's just taking money out of my own pocket, quite literally. So where does... Yeah, we don't have a lot of reeds anywhere. So, I mean, here, but those guys are going to be an issue. So, here, I guess. But could I guide them there? Obviously, they're going to go to the closest place, and that is all across the map. Eventually, I may do this. I may have to do this. But for right now, I don't feel like it's the strongest option. We should do shipwright. Okay, so that leaves a 2 spot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I maybe have this come in, I could do like 1, 2, and then there would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that works out. So I guess I can put a couple more houses here. Or you know what? Let's not. I can maybe use that for shrines or something. Just cooperate with me there. So what are we looking at? 3 unemployment. Okay, yeah. Well, we got to let these guys get in here first. I just want this export set up almost immediately because, again, I have no idea when the invasion is going to happen. I don't know how close that is. I think I should probably consider doing some kind of road hookup to hook up here. This is not a very ideal place for this. In fact, I think I'm just going to get rid of it. And what I'm going to do instead is make it sort of an accessible crossway here. I'm aware. And I mean, I don't know how far away is too far away in this situation. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe have a road here that then goes along this way and connects to there. I'm sure that'll be fine. So ultimately this will be where my distribution goes along this edge. And I can possibly block these off. I mean, I don't actually need this. To also maybe get some papyrus started. I think 2 will do. 2 and 2, just because based on last mission, I really didn't have that many options. We should probably also think about this. How big is that? Big enough for a warship. This might be better utilized elsewhere, elseways. So I need to do at least something like that, which gives me access to... I should probably just go ahead and give it a real... Here, let's do this. I just think this is going to be horrible, having that passage there. I can't possibly see that being a good thing. Okay, so we can kick it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and just put some beautification in. And naturally get taxation started. We don't need that just yet, but once everyone's moved in, we will need to, of course, speed things up a little bit to get that going. I am about to lose my voice. Okay. So to make this even work, I'm going to need a work camp. At least one. Could probably get one right there too, actually. So put one here. I'll roadblock that. They will, of course, need people. Probably eventually we'll need to put houses there or something. I mean, I'll definitely need houses up in here if I'm going to be building another row of stuff. But like I said, I might just actually close this front road off and then have this work this way, so that is also an option. I don't know, without knowing how many I need, so what, that one mission that we did have to fight, I had 4 ships and they sent 5. So it's probably good to anticipate at least that much. And they limped home, like they came back for repairs at 5, so we'll probably need more. I definitely have the room for it. There's gotta be a way out to this. This is so stupid. Either that or they're just screwing with the player, being like, look what we got out here and you can't get to it at all. Because this is stupid. This is just stupid to have this out here. I mean, I can't see a water crossing. Like, I couldn't jump island to island with a ferry. I couldn't march a troop. Well, okay, so maybe that's what you do. Because you can embark and disembark. So if I get some troop transports, I could put archers maybe along the river. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe. I don't know. People are moving in. The gods are still apathetic, which is fine, but after a while they're going to get pissed. After like 6 months, I think they start getting kind of antsy. We do have some people now. It's unfortunate the first people you have to employ go straight into your religious buildings to keep the gods happy, but such is the way, I guess. Yeah, and then I think we'll get that ship right up. We'll start getting some food through fishing. And then, I don't know. Maybe, because I'm not going to make much on reeds, so I should definitely maybe think about like pottery as my first industry. I think that we could do a good thing there. So a dock on this side, dock on this side. I'm sure this dock, or this island over here, no, I'm absolutely wrong. Oh, it's all over here, okay. So I would need a line over here if I wanted to take advantage of clay. But I could have that all set up over here and then a dock specifically for trade on it. Knowing my luck, of course, they would have to have that would be the land-based. That'd be the land-based trader. It would be, because Menefer looks like he's got a land route. Great. Well, I don't know, whatever. But, okay. I am a little bit nervous for this one just because I feel like this one's going to be the most involved that we've done so far. I mean, I'm already down 3 months on this. I know that became a little overly cautious the last time we dealt with something like this, but I mean, I also didn't have to worry about building a military and diverting a lot of resources to that and then fighting and all this stuff. I mean, obviously, I want this all to be taken care of long before I need to worry about that, and I'm not sure what I need to get to 40 prosperity. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to at least give pottery away. I'm not worried about the population, but fighting the prosperity of, oh, you've got unemployed people, or you've got too many people, or you don't. I mean, that's just really aggravating, and I don't need that in a timed mission. So glad they decided to make a city builder stressful. So unnecessary. Anyway, now that the basic framework is laid out, I think we'll just go ahead and end this one here and do a little bit more next time.